What if there is more power and significance to mustard seed faith than we've considered up to this point? Matthew 13:31 through 32 tells us the kingdom of heaven is like a grain of mustard seed, which a man sowed in his field. And even though it's the least of all seeds, when it's grown, it is the greatest among herbs, and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof. Before this spring, I've never given much thought to the verse, beyond the distinction of a small seed of faith yielding great results, and that our faith might start small, but it will grow over time if we cultivate it. But not long ago, my mom had a mizuna plant in the mustard green family grow up through the branches of a kumquat tree that is no longer producing. And the mizuna took over, which prompted a conversation about the dominating plant. Turns out the soft yellow flowers, long, delicate seed pods, and feathery leaves are not only prone to fast growth, they are also quite prolific. Mom showed me places around the property where new plants unexpectedly sprouted from seeds scattered on the wind, and from beneath a wheelbarrow load of yard waste, and even some through cracks in the patio concrete. I thought about this phenomenon on one of my recent photography outings, and couldn't help but relate the experience to the many unintentional seeds you and I sow throughout the course of everyday life. After learning a new dimension to the power of a mustard seed, I now see the parable in a fresh light. While reflecting on it, I watched small boats float along the calm afternoon river, and a larger, out-of-place vessel captured my attention. Did it run aground from mechanical failure? Was it stolen or abandoned by an owner who no longer wanted the liability? I'll probably never know, but my imagination continued to conjure possibilities for several minutes. Then I considered the mustard seeds once again. They are powerful, prolific, and unpredictable. Like the riverboats, we don't know which ones will sail on the wind with influence and impact, and which ones will rot on the shore like an old abandoned ship. We only know that it is our job to sow. And in like fashion of the mizuna greens, the seeds of our lives are in a constant state of scattering, whether we realize it or not. 1 Corinthians 3 came to mind, where Paul planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. And it goes on to say that neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but it is God that gives the increase. Not long ago, I was also reminded about the way a particular missionary work started with one simple connection in the mountains of Virginia. And now, more than 16 years later, has resulted in the gospel being spread through many parts of Central America. One connection led to another, and up to this point, at least 4 small churches are thriving from a mustard seed movement. All because of one connection. One seed of faith that spread far beyond expectation. And as I encourage myself, I want to encourage you. We are seed spreaders. We are also seed shedders. The small seeds of our lives are in a constant flux every day. We can't control where they land, how deep they will go, or how big they will grow. But we can take comfort in knowing the power of mustard seed faith can't be stopped when God is in it. And it only takes one small grain to make a significant difference.